Uh, Special greetings to all of you. Welcome to Masego Empire. Today we're going to have a nice discussion, a discussion that will give us overview of some of the preparations that we need to put in place before we travel and what is expected of us during the travel as international students. The discussion we're going to have today may be centered around or maybe centered on somebody moving from Africa to Canada. And the same information can equally be used by somebody who is traveling to other destination. Now, we first want to start from when you have gotten your visa. So as somebody who has gotten his or her visa to come and study in Canada, once the VFS sent you a message that your visa or your parcel is ready for collection, in your portal, there will be a letter that will be sent to you. That letter is called a letter of introduction. You download that letter, you print it in colors, then you also go for your visa. So you go for the visa from the VFS office in Accra, Abelempe. You see it, the excitement and everything has come. Once you have been issued visa, once you have gone for your visa at the VFS office, if it's in Accra, Abuja, wherever, you must quickly begin to plan towards your traveling. And the first thing I want to talk about is that once you have gotten your visa, what will be taking you to Canada is what? Is flight, is plane. And you must quickly begin to think about how you are going to get your plane ticket. If you are coming for fall, that is September, it's good to know that flight tickets are mostly expensive at this time because it's regarded as the peak season of traveling. So you must quickly begin to think about how you are going to book your flight ticket. Now, flight tickets from Ghana to Canada, from Nigeria, wherever, the price of it may depend on so many factors. Some of them could be because of the particular airline you are going to use, or because of the peak season, or because of the number of uh, transits that you'll be making. You get that? So these are some of the factors that could make the plane ticket to be expensive. And sometimes the exchange rate, because all these plane tickets are charged in dollars. So if you are buying using Naira, you are using Ghana cedi, the exchange rate could also make the flight ticket to go high. Now, so you must quickly begin to think about how you are going to book your flight ticket. Now, it's good to know that there are so many airlines. We have Ethiopian Airline, we have British Airline, we have Brussels, we have Air France, we have Egypt Air, we have Kenyan Airways, we have Emirates. The airlines are 1,001. The airlines are basically the various plane companies. So how can you get them? Some of these airlines that I have mentioned, they even have app that you can download on Play Store. You can download their app on Play Store. You can also go to their website using Google. You can also go to their companies, even at the airport if you are in Ghana, or their airports, their point of sales around the airport. Or you can also go to travel companies in wherever you find yourself to buy the flight ticket. You get that? So these are basically some of the ways you can adopt to get the flight ticket. Once you are considering this, I want you to note that you need to know the destination you are going to. If you are coming to Canada and possibly you are coming to, let me use cite example of a particular school, Niagara College. If you are coming to Niagara College, it's good to know that Niagara College is at Ontario. Now, in Ontario, there are two airports, international airports in Ontario. We have Pearson Airport in Toronto. Then we have another one in Ottawa, another airport at Ottawa. So these are the two international airports. Now, what do you have to do? Now you know the destination of your school. Then you need to what? Consider how you are getting the plane ticket to move to Canada. These airlines that I have mentioned, some of them will require you to get extra visas. Extra visas simply means that where they'll be making, where you'll be making your transit, or where you'll be having your layover, where you'll be having your connecting flight. If I say connecting flight simply means your transit, it means that the plane you'll be taking from, if it's Ghana, that plane cannot bring you directly to Canada. So that plane may send you to Egypt. So it means you are going to make a transit at Egypt. That plane will get to Egypt. Another one will bring you from Egypt to Canada. Sometimes the same flight can even move you to maybe Belgium, Brussels. Then that flight may just do refueling and take on again. Now, if you are taking a transit to, typical example, America, the visa that you have gotten in Ghana, that visa cannot take you through all these countries, because when you get to every country, they have their immigration laws. So you need what is called a transit visa, a visa that allows you to pass through the country. So some of these airlines, especially if you want to make a transit in America, you need to get a transit visa. So before you book your flight, you need to know if you need a transit visa to be able to pass a particular country. Most airlines, you don't need a transit visa. You want to make a transit in Egypt, you want to make a transit in Portugal, you want to make a transit in Germany, you want to make a transit in France, you want to make a transit in Belgium, you want to make a transit in Ethiopia, Kenya. You don't need a transit visa. But for America, I know specifically you need a transit visa to move to America. Now you know this thing. So what do you have to do? You go to whichever airline you want to use based on your visa. So if you are going to book, you need to know that the passengers are categorized into three stages. Let me put it that way. Or they are classified based on what they pay. The least one, we have the economy. Economy is basically people who pay cheaper price. They have less comfort. Then I think we have, is it premium economy? Then we have business class. So the business class, there are people who can sleep, they have tele, they can do a lot of stuff, bath, do a lot of things. Then the premium economy, they have a bit comfort as compared to the economy. So all these people pay based on their flight tickets, depend on the comfort they want. As a student, just go for economy. Then you go to the DC and tell them you want to book. They give you know the date you are moving to Canada or wherever. So then you book your flight. If you are booking the flight, there are certain petty things you need to know. The number of luggages that you can take. Most of the airlines will tell you that you can only take 2 luggages in DC that will be carried by the plane, and each of these luggages should be 23 kg. So it means you can have 2 bags, and each of the bags should be 23 kg or less. It shouldn't be more than 23 kg. Then you can have another bag that you carry with you in the plane. You get that? Good. Now, if you are booking, they will tell you where the various destinations the plane will be passing, or where you'll be making your transit at. Good. So where you'll be making your transit at. So if you have taken Egypt Air may move from Ghana to Egypt. So you'll be making a transit at Egypt. It means when you get to Egypt, another plane will be taking you from Egypt to Canada. You get that? And when you get to Egypt, there is something they call layover. Layover simply means that a time that you need to wait, or a time that you need to what, relax. You are relaxing for the next plane that will be taking you to Canada. You get that? Now, the layover time depends on which airline you have used. Some could be 5 hours, some could be 12 hours, some could be 1 hour, depending on the arrangement of the flight. So all these things are supposed to be known. I'll take you deep into that. Now you book your flight. You get that? Good. Some people will also decide that they are coming to Canada, they are coming to Ontario, they are coming to Niagara College, and they're supposed to either use Pearson Airport in Toronto, which is closer to their destination. But traveling is actually personalized experience. Somebody may come to Pearson Airport and they will see immigration officers tormented him or her, and they will tell you that, oh, don't use Pearson Airport or don't use the airport in Ottawa. So go and use the airport in Montreal. What I'll tell you is that it's always good to use the airport which is closer to you, because when you get to the port of entry, the immigration officers are going to ask you questions. They'll say, oh, your school is Niagara College. Why did you decide to land in Montreal? You need to find an answer to that. You should also think about, if you land in Montreal, how you are going to move from Montreal to Ontario. Think about this thing. We'll talk deeply about this thing. So now you book your plane ticket. After booking, now you book it. You can even do it online. If you do it online, you've paid, they'll send you the flight ticket. Just print it in colors and keep it up. We'll talk deep into that. The plane ticket is already sorted. The next thing you need to think about is your housing, where you are coming to lodge in Canada. Where you are coming to lodge can be gotten or can be classified into two. You want to stay in a hostel. Staying in a hostel simply means that the school, with each private partnership, they have student hostels that the school can give you a link, or your advisor can actually help you to book your hostel. Or you can do your booking outside the school. You stay off campus. Now, if you are somebody who wants to stay off campus, how can you get your accommodation? Basically, there are three ways. If you know somebody in Canada, in the country you are traveling to, contact the person to get accommodation for you. You get that? Good. Number two, you can also use an app they call Kijiji, Kijiji. You can download it from Play Store. You can go to kijiji.com/Canada. You get it. There are so many student housing there. Check it, check the condition, check the amount. If you want to be alone, you want to pay with somebody. If you are okay, the numbers are there, you contact them, you are good to go. Now, you can also use Facebook Marketplace. Use Facebook Marketplace, get the contact of the landlords, the landladies, or what have you, and get your apartment. Once you have gotten the apartment, some of the landlords will tell you that, oh, don't pay until you come. When you come to the country, you come and inspect the place and pay. Some of them will tell you to pay in advance, and they will tell you when you can equally check in into that apartment. It's very important. You need this thing before you start your journey. Now, the minimum rent in Canada is $500. That is the minimum in case you want to be alone. Minimum in some of the places, but in Ontario, you may not get 500, you may get 700. Where I am is 700 per month. It includes the lights I use, it includes the heater, it includes the Wi-Fi and everything. We have shared kitchen, we have shared bathhouse and all those things. So you need to know. There is somebody who contacted me in Toronto, who told me he has a shared room, and one person will pay about 1,000 something dollars per month. This one should depend on your ability, your financial standard. Do it, you are good to go. Know the location of the house. Get the landlord's number. We'll talk about this thing in going forward. Get the landlord's number. Get the location, the address of your house is very important. So your housing is also sorted. Now, if you are in Ghana, what I'll ask you to do, depending on your mobile telecommunication network, if you are using MTN, it means when you come here, you'll be on roaming. Go to any MTN office, tell them you want to travel. Then there is this thing you do, roaming bundle. They will do something for you on roaming. When you come here, you'll be able to make call at a cheaper rate. If you have not done that and you come, if you make call for 2 minutes, you spend like 50 Ghana cedis. Sometimes I make call here, 3 minutes, I spend over 100 Ghana cedis a time. If you do the roaming bundle, it makes it less cheaper. You get that? Now, after this, go to your bank. If the Visa card you are using, you realize that it will be expiring the next 6 months, the next 1 year, go to your bank, just tell them, oh, my Visa card has damaged or got missing, you do new Visa card. Then the Visa card they'll give you can be for 2 years or something, because you need that Visa card. For me, I use two banks. I use Fidelity Bank. I use GCB. I use the cards here. I have the card in Canada. I use the card to cash money. I use it for almost most of my things. I even use it to book my Uber. I use it to book my Lyft. I use it to even buy food, Visa cards from Ghana. So I just want you to renew it so that it can last for 2 years, or minimum 2 years. When you are here, you can equally renew them. You can get in touch with them. They'll renew it for you. If you are here, you have problem with MTN. MTN, when they know you live outside Ghana, they give you proper treatment. Have problem with my MTN. Have problem with my MTN. Can you imagine? I just sent them an email that, oh, I'm here. I have problem with my line. I can't make a call. Call my family back in Ghana. Just that they reply, send me a link, and I joined the link. We have discussion with MTN. MTN of all people called me on video. We made video call. They sought me quickly. They gave me somebody's WhatsApp contact at their office, one of their offices. Anytime I have problem, I should call. So these are things that you need to do. Once you have done this, it means that it's sorted. The next thing I would like to talk about is that you please kindly check your vaccination cards. Very important. There are 2 vaccination cards I'll be talking about. Get your COVID card. How you manage to get your COVID card is not my problem. Make sure you have the 2 doses, you have the first, you have the second, and then you have the booster. How you get your card is your problem. Then after that, get your yellow fever card. Very, very important. We will check this in. We'll talk about it. Don't forget, you are moving from Ghana to make a transit in Germany, transit in France, transit in Portugal, transit in Belgium, you see, or transit in Amsterdam. They will check your COVID card. They will check your yellow fever card. Yellow fever is a big deal. Get these 2. Now, if you live like you are like me, you live in the village part of Ghana and you have that yellow fever card, I think I still have my. Let me show it to you. If you have my yellow fever card, good. If you have a yellow fever card like me, see my yellow fever card. You see, I don't want to open it. It has my personal information. If you have a yellow fever card like this, you need to make it to be authentic. Go to Ministry of Health, wherever you are. Go to your Ghana Health Service. Ghana Health Service. Go to their headquarters. Just go to disease control section. Tell them, you can tell them you want to travel. Let me see. If I can show you. Can I show you this part? Let me go back. Oh no, I have some things here I can't show. Go to them and tell them you want to travel. They'll use the director. The director, this is Municipal Director of Health Service. So and so. They will use the director stamp to stamp inside it to make it legit, because this is international travel. So when they see it, they will know that, oh, indeed, this person truly have this vaccination card. Get it. Then this is my COVID card. Get it. It's very important. How you get it is your business. Get the first, the second, and the booster. Then you have been sorted in terms of the vaccination. Get these 2 documents. I learned in Accra, you can go to some hospitals that they give you proper yellow fever. Listen, I don't know how legit that is. It's very important. Now, then after this, if you are coming to Canada, please get some dollars. Go to the banks to go and exchange dollar. At least have a minimum of $200 on you. A minimum of $200 Canadian dollars. You are coming to Canada, have a minimum of 200 Canadian dollars on you. Physical cash. You get that? Get that on you. It's very important. Minimum 200 Canadian dollars. Now, once you have gotten that, then I think we are making headway. We've gotten our card, we've gotten the yellow fever and all those things. Now, let's move on. The next thing you need to do is to get your jacket. We are traveling from Ghana, where we have a warm weather, hot weather. If it's Canada, the temperature in Canada, as I always tell you, welcome to the snow city in Canada. The temperature will day ground. If you are coming to Canada, it means in September, the winter will begin to show up. If you are somebody who is coming for summer, now the weather is okay, then you go to wherever, get your winter jacket. Even in the plane, AC throughout, you see, so you may feel cold, get your winter jacket. Don't go to Agbogbosi to go and buy plenty winter jacket. Get only one winter jacket, just one. You will not even get any quality winter jacket in Ghana. Just get only one winter jacket. Then you do shopping for your shirt, your trousers. Don't buy these things. Don't buy so many of them. If you are like me, you are poor, you don't have money, don't buy plenty. Just buy jeans. Just buy some 2 jeans, get some 2 tops. All these things you are not going to show it. Nobody will see it in Canada. From September to, let's say, March, you are always in jacket. You cover whatever you are wearing. You are going to school, you cover it. You are going to work, you cover. So nobody truly sees this. So don't waste so much money. It's only in summer where the weather is cold that people can truly show. What I'm wearing now, can't take it outside. The temperature is crazy. You see, get some dress, get some jeans, get some top, get some nice handy, buy all those things. We've sorted those things. Now you can buy some African dresses. You see, I wear some African dresses. I tell you this person, so you can get some 2 or 3. If you are somebody who is business minded, you can get some African dresses to come and sell here. Buy them. African dresses that the money you spend on buying the material and the sewing may be 500 Ghana cedis. You can come and sell that over 2,000 Ghana cedi equivalent. Very expensive. So if you are somebody, you can equally do that. Now, so we've spoken about getting your dresses. Then you are sorted in that aspect. Let me see. Thank you, Senior Odum. Can the yellow fever card I got from college be used? Why not? It's the same yellow fever card. You can use it, Mr. Ketoglu. You can use that yellow fever card you've gotten from college. It's good to go. So we've spoken about the dresses and all those things. Now let's quickly move on to the next thing. The next thing I want to talk about is the food that you bring. Food is actually a big deal. This is where most people have problems with. Now, as somebody who is coming as a new person, if you don't have money, bring food. At least bring food that can sustain you for the first 1 month. If you are somebody who doesn't have money, because you can get every food we have in Ghana, in Africa here. The difference is that it's a bit expensive. So if you do not have enough money, bring food. Bring your shito, bring your gari, bring your beans, bring your so and so. Now, the immigrations are particular about powdery food substances that are powdery. That one is a big deal. So if you are bringing gari, when you package it, label it, package it nicely, and put a label on it, write on it gari. You can even say gari in capital letter. Then in small letters, made from cassava's process or processed from cassava. You know, these people, the mentality of these people is different from what we have in Africa. So you can even write expiry date on it. Oh, it will expire in 5 months or 1 year later. Do that. Now, food substances that you have canned them, your shito. If you are your shito, you put it in a can or glass or whatsoever. This is label it shito made from so and so. If you are bringing meat, check these things from the airline, check these things from online. This is their big deal. The meat you bring, the fish you bring, the powdery food substances, the canned foods, these are big deal. These are the things that can land you into trouble. Bring them. You understand? Now, based on all these things, I told you to package them nicely. Now, you know there are certain fishes that smells a lot. Typical one would be Zikobi, Momoni, and which one? Those ones You need to package them very well. You can have problem with this. Don't forget that the plane was on in the air. If my memory is right, when if you are in the plane, you'll be checking the height at which it's flying. I think the minimum I've seen was about 30,000 feet. I think you can check it, 30,000 feet above sea level whatsoever. Very high in the air. 30,000. I've seen from when we go to some place, I've seen 30 something thousand. So if you have carried a meat or fish which is smelling, it's also in the plane. It will affect a lot of people. The breathing, because it's the same air that is circulating. I learned a plane even had emergency landing because somebody kept murmuring in the plane or something like that. So you must be very careful. Package them very nicely. Then before you be now wait, once you land in the airport, please ask where you can declare your goods. You need to declare this, especially you are carrying food substances. You must declare them. Go to where you can. You ask. They will declare. They will give you a list. You have that list on you. If you have not declared your goods and you get to where you are making a transit or the country you are coming to, and they begin to ask questions, one thing led to another, you find yourself in trouble. So declare the foods. I think in Ghana, they will not take more than 100 cedis from you when you are declaring the goods. Declare the goods is very important, especially food substances, candles, declare them. Let them know that you are bringing this. You are somebody who is bringing money. I think the physical cash you can have on you should not be more than $10,000. Check that for a fact. Check it and know the total amount you can take on you should not be more than $10,000. Check that and see. Now, then you are good to go. The next thing I would like to say is that, we Africans, we are traveling to Canada. They know somebody know you are coming here. Then they say, my son is here, my so and so is here. People like to give you food to be given to somebody. People like to give you something to be given to somebody. Somebody will tell you to collect this. Somebody will come and meet you. Hey, you must be very careful with that. What I'll say in that respect is that please open whatever they are giving you. If it's an envelope, if it's packed, if it has been packaged, open it. Open, see, and be sure of what has been given to you. You now, you know what I need. I'm not coming here and be telling you, don't collect something that somebody has given you. Oh, you can collect. That should be your own problem. Even if somebody has helped you to get visa, somebody has helped you to get visa. Moving from Ghana, Africa, Nigeria, wherever to Canada, that is a sole responsibility that lies on you. So if you mess up, everything ends there. You can go to jail. You know what I mean already. Nobody should give you anything that, it's a war. It is cassava dough. It is gari. Give it to somebody. You should be very careful. If I'm even traveling, you give me something like that, I will not even collect it. We have read so many issues. I follow these immigrations in US. I follow immigration in Australia. I follow immigration in UK. I follow Canadian immigration. See, you listen to the stories, they are crazy. That should be left to you if you collect something for somebody or not. Even me, if you are coming and I call you to bring something to me, open it to be sure. Okay, so we have spoken about this thing. Make sure you get your driver's license. It's very important. If you know your driver's license is about to expire, please go and renew it and do that. If you're somebody who's coming to Canada and you want to start driving immediately, get your international license. That can last for only 3 months in Canada. And I wonder, only people who are classic drivers in Ghana will be able to drive here. I'm telling you, the things are entirely different here. There will be speed like we don't get sense in Ghana. The roads are very good here and a lot of stuff. So you need to get all this in. Now, then after this, I think we are good to go. Let's talk about our departure now. Let's talk about our departure. Please, I didn't take the booster. Can it affect me? Oh, I can't say it will affect you or not. I leave that to your own judgment. What I know is what I have spoken to you about. For me, this is my this is my COVID card. I've taken everything, I told you people have a lot of experiences. It's either your family people are chasing you or something else is chasing you. Something that I didn't have any problem concerning it. It may affect somebody. That one, I don't know. Now, let's talk about departure. Now, hey, Mr. Amable, if you are ready to move, if you are in Obuasi, if you are in Pando, if you are in my hometown, Mafikumasi, if you are in Tamale, don't say you move from Tamale to Accra today. No. If you are traveling on Monday, at least tomorrow, move to Accra and be in Accra. You're supposed to get to the airport at least 2 or 3 hours. For me, I'll even tell you to move to the airport by 4 hours time. Your family people may be chasing you. They know this guy. He will be moving here to change his life and come and help the family. They may be blocking you. Move to the airport at least 4 hours to time. Now, before you move to the airport, listen to this. Before you move to the airport, we have spoken about the bags that your luggages. There, you can keep one bag with you in the plane. As a student, I expect you to do that. The bag you'll be keeping on you, there are certain things I'll be mentioning that must be in that bag. Number one, your passport. You know, your passport contains your visa. Let your passport be on you. Your passport is one of the things that they may be asking so frequently. As you are moving from your home, you need your plane ticket. You see my plane ticket, see my plane ticket. It's an online one. I printed it. As you are going to the airport, they may ask for this. After you move, you get into you are about to board the plane, they may not ask, but keep this, keep it in your passport. Keep it in your passport. It should be very close to you in that bag. Now, pack all your documents, all your educational documents, your certificates, your marriage certificate, your date of your date of birth. If you are going to carry it, your birth certificate, your ID card for your parents, everything you use to do the visa application, carry everything. Carry everything. Everything is everything. Carry it and keep it in that bag. You see, carry it. Now, if somebody has helped you to do the application or you have done the application, make sure the person gives you the login to the visa portal you have used, the login to the visa portal. Let the person also give you the login to your school portal. These things, they are very important. If you have done it, make sure you have the password here, the emails you have used here. If it's the new portal, you would have, I don't know, the IRCC, when you submit the application, they send you a PDF. Print that PDF and you have at the back of your mind all the information that you have input into the system. Keep it. If your mother's date of birth is 10th January 1992, and you make a mistake and you make a mistake and input 16th December 1980 something, keep the 16th so and so at the back of your mind so that you don't go messing up. Please charge your phone. We'll talk about the significance of the phone. Charge your phone. In some of the flights, you can charge your phone inside, depending on which flight you have taken. Charge your phone. Let the battery be 100%. I know you'll be taking a lot of pictures on the way. Make sure you don't have a low battery. Charge your phone. You can buy, how do they call it? How do they call that? Power bank. You can get a power bank. Now, get your, how do they call it? Your laptops. Schooling here, everything is about online. Get your laptop. But the reality is that your laptop, how do they call that? The plug. The plugs that are used at this part of the world is different from what you use there. But bring it, you come and buy a new plug. Like goes on your phone is very important. Get those information. Pack every document into the bag. Let that bag be closer to you. You see, now I have my flight ticket here. It gives certain information. They say flight meal will be provided. You see, so in the plane, and the meal that will be provided to you is a meal that most of us may not be comfortable with. Most of us might have not even eaten them before. So if you know you are somebody who may not even eat it, then you can get some biscuits on you, or maybe biscuits on you. because they may not allow you to send any liquid substance into the plane, but you can keep biscuits on you if you so desire. Water will not go into the plane. As a village guy, as I bought bread and kept it in my bag. That, oh no, if things over me, I'll eat the bread. You see the thing? Now, move to the airport or minimum of 2, 3, or 4 hours to time. Now, we are done with those things. So you know your luggage, you have everything, your school document. The school document, you keep them. Now, the school document back in your hometown and the school document in the country you are coming to. I've spoken about printing that letter of introduction. You have that letter. Have your acceptance letter to the school you are going to. Have it. You get that? Now, some of the school you might have enrolled. Enrolling simply means course registration, as they say in maybe if you are coming from Ghana, you do course registration. Print it. Have that document on you. Print it. Have that document on you. You see, print your acceptance letter. Have it on you. Print every document, all those visa documents. Print them. Some of your family DC may be chasing you. They touch one side of the visa officer will ask you a question, one thing before you realize, boom. If you are coming, some of us we are so happy that we are moving. The pictures you snap, I beg, relax. When you finally land in Canada, when they allow you, when the visa officer, the border officials allows you finally to go, you can post those pictures, but don't post them whilst you are on transit. So you get to the airport, declare your goods, then they might have asked you, you will be in a line. When you get to the airport, for example, if it's Kotoka, once you get in, you see, depending on the time you are moving, you see, if it's Egypt Air, you see Ethiopia, all the airlines will be there with their signboards or whatsoever. Then you just walk, depending on which flight you have booked, you move there. Now, before you are moving there are certain things, information that you must pay attention to on your flight ticket. This is Egypt Air. Egypt Air here says, I want to read some of the information. I have 2 flights ticket here. One, they say departure time. Departure time talks about the date and the time. On what I have here, the flight will be moving at 1:40 p.m. You don't have to say the flight will be moving 1:40, so by 1 you can go to the airport. This one, by 9 you're supposed to be at the airport, because some of the planes, the airline company, if you miss your flight, that ends it. They won't give you any refund or whatsoever. That is why I said be there minimum of 3 or 4 hours. Now it talks about arrival time. So you are moving 1:40 and you are arriving at 10:50. You see, this time they are estimated time. It means that when the flight departs from Ghana at 1:40, it will be arriving there at what? Let me see, 11:50. It could be 11:50. It could be even 10. All this time they are estimated time. You see, now then there are certain information here. Kotoka, you'll be moving from Terminal 3. That is the departure terminal. The departure terminal in Kotoka, which is Terminal 3, may not be the same arrival terminal in the country you are moving to. So, but fortunately, if you are using Egypt, from Kotoka is Terminal 3. Egypt is also Terminal 3. Now, when you are taking your flight from Egypt to maybe Canada, the terminal in Egypt may not necessarily be the terminal you'll be using from Egypt to Canada. The departure terminal from Egypt to Canada may not be the same terminal you will be arriving at. So you need to check this thing on your flight ticket and get it at the back of your mind, because at the airport, nobody will be there telling you that do this. Nobody has your time. Everybody is moving his or her way. That is why you need to study this information on the what? On the flight. So they will even tell you the number of hours to be on this. So 1:40 to get 1:40, you'll be moving to the time you'll be arriving is 6 hours 10 minutes. It has been stated here non-stop. This is economy. The economy, the guy no get money. You see, poor guy, you don't get money. So in the economy, then luggages allowed is there. Two pieces of luggage for somebody, 23 kg each. That will be the luggage in the flight. What you can keep on UDA hasn't been stated. Now, then they said flight meal will be provided. So you need to get that. So I know that from Ghana to Egypt, these are what I'm expected of. Now let's go to from Egypt to Canada. At Egypt, they'll tell you departure time, which is 2:50 a.m. Egypt 2:50 a.m. Arrival time in Canada 7:45 a.m. Then they are telling you that 11 hours 55 non-stop. I think, yeah. So it is 55 hours, 11 hours, 55 minutes non-stop. You see, now, then they are saying terminal. In Egypt, it will be terminal 3, but you are arriving in Canada in terminal 1. Now, you need to have these things at the back of your mind so that you don't get fumbled, you don't get confused. Now, then they are saying economy, luggage, too, and all those things. Now, when your luggages are taken in Kotoka, if you are in Africa, once, because you are going to do transit in Egypt, in France, you not see your bags until you land in Canada. That is why documents that you need must be on you. Keep that in your handbag. You see, now when you get to the airport, they will take you through certain processes. Be in the queue, the immigration official will check your documents. They'll ask you, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to Canada. What's the purpose of your journey? I'm going to school. They'll ask you, bring the acceptance letter. You show the acceptance letter to them. They will check it. Then they would like to see your passport. They will check your passport. Oh, okay. Let me see if you have paid your tuition fee. So all conditions of the school must be fulfilled. You need to fulfill all the conditions of the school. If the school says pay your tuition fee, make sure you pay it. And even if the school hasn't stated it, if you are somebody who has paid a deposit, if the school hasn't stated it, please make sure you pay your tuition fee. If you have not paid it in full, at least pay it, pay 50% of it. At least, I'm not an immigration officer. I'm only expressing my opinion. You get that? Because this can land you in a lot of troubles. The immigration officials at Kotoka can even prevent you from going. Now, so they may ask you to pay, see the tuition fee you have paid, give them the receipt. The school will surely give you receipt. Give them the receipt. The immigration official may even ask you, which money are you going to spend? This is a technical question. Tell him that, oh, I have my bank statement here. These are the tricks. So I have my bank statement here. Okay. When it got to my time, when I said it, the immigration official said, oh, okay, so how will you get the money from your bank statement? I said, I have my ATM's card here. The woman just asked me to go and print my bank statement for her to see. You know something? I'll tell you what happened. So then you get that information there. Give everything to her. About 3 or 4 immigration officials will be there, will check those information. If they are okay with you, then they will allow you to move forward. So the bags, your bags, please, the bag that you have, somebody can buy the same bag, the same color, the same type. So you can use something to tie on your bag. You can even write your name on the bag. You see? Now, if you realize that your load, your luggages are too many, or maybe the way you've packed your bag, you are scared that it may be more than 23 kg. When you get there, there are people there. I don't know if they work for the airport or airport company or whatever. They are there. You can even take your bag for them to weigh it for you. If the one bag is more than 23 kg and the second one is less than 23, you can let them move some of the things here to this place for you. You see, now, if you are somebody who also realizes that you are carrying one bag, you are carrying only one bag, but that one bag is more than 23 kg. They have some contain. I don't know if it's cutting or whatsoever. They can move some of the things from this bag into some container, something, and wrap it nicely for you. You get that? So your family who will be following, your girlfriend who will follow you and be crying, oh, you are leaving me. you are leaving me. Tell her to wait outside until you move, so that when they tell you that your bag, things in your bag, they are too much, you have 2 bags, the things are more than 23 kg, 23 kg, you can ask her to come for some of the things and send it back home for you. So when you move through these 3 or 4 immigration officials, you meet somebody, the last person, that last person will ask for your passport. This is where they get the people in Ghana. When you give her your passport, your visa is in the passport. There is a machine there. They will swipe your visa through it. If the visa is fake, that is where they will detect it. You know, everything has been programmed. If it's fake, they'll detect it. If it's genuine, then they ask for your flight ticket. That is the only place to be using the flight ticket. Then your bag, they said, oh, okay, what is in it, blah, blah, blah. Then they put it on something that will take it away. You will not see that bag again. Now, that person will be giving you what they call boarding pass. That thing is called boarding pass. The boarding pass is what they will be checking before you board the flight. You see, it's called boarding pass. They will check it. Now, if you are somebody who will be having 2 transit, maybe from Ghana to France, Ghana to Egypt, and Egypt to Canada, Ghana to Germany, Germany to DC, it means you need 2 boarding pass. The boarding pass from Accra to Egypt is when you get to Egypt, that boarding pass has expired. Then you need another boarding pass from Egypt to Canada. Don't forget that you are going to have a transit. Some of the flight the departure time in Ghana may delay. By the time you land in Egypt, the second flight is already loading. People are boarding. So it's good that when you get to Kotoka in Africa, some of the immigration officers will tell you that they want to do the 2 boarding passes for you. So the first one is here. You see this boarding pass. I think I have some information here. I don't want to show it. So it will tell you, they say the name of passenger is here. Then cabin zone. That the cabin zone is where you'll be sitting. It's the same plane. 3 groups of people are in the same plane. Economy, something economy, and the business class. So your name, the cabin is here. Your seat number is here. The time you are leaving from, this is from Accra to Cairo. The flight number, the time you are departing, and your seat number, and all those things, they are on this. You see, so when they do this thing for you, the immigration officer may ask you to go to another person for the second boarding pass. If they are not willing, they will say it. If they are not willing to do the 2 boarding passes for you from your country of departure, just keep the first one like that. Then they may ask you, your bag will be taken away. You have your back pass with you. You see, now they may ask you to go to another place. That place, they are going to scrutinize you. They'll ask of your name, your visa, then blah, 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 your body passes. Then you go to another place. That is where they are going to check you finally. The bags that you are having, they will check the bag, they will do scanning, take the bag, the body, your back pass, they will scan it through something. Then they'll ask you to remove your shoe. You remove your shoe, they'll put the shoe into the scan. It will pass through your watch, your belt, everything. They will take it to pass through the scan. You see, they are scanning. You know where they are scanning already. Then they will ask you to go to a particular gate. In Kotoka, the gate depends on which airline you are using. Gate so and so, gate so and so, you need to go there. Then you go there and wait. They will come and check. They will come and check again before they finally usher you into the flight. When you are going, the air hostess are there, because there are 3 entrances to the same plane, A, B, C, or whatsoever. One for those of us who no get money. One for the second group of people who get money small. One for the people who get money, they need comfort. So they will usher you to go here, go here. So you go in there, you check. Like my seat number was 22F. So they ask you, oh, go here, do this. So when you go, you check 22F. Then you sit down. Go, hey, that time, you don't see your life, they change you. Hey, you are living Ghana. Hey, bye-bye, Nanado. Now, then check all these things I have spoken about. Then once they tell you Air hostess who can make announcement, we are moving, blah, 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 fasten your belts, blah, blah, blah. The rest is history. Now you move. You are landing in Germany, in France, in Egypt. Once you land in the country, the immigration officials will take you through the same immigration processes. They'll be checking you. They'll ask you, have you paid your school fees? So have you paid your fees? They want to see the acceptance letter. They want to see this. So once you drop, fast, quick, work quickly, go quickly. Don't waste your time. You need to work fast. Nobody will talk to another person. When you are working, please be checking. If you are a village person like me, please don't pay attention to how beautiful the airport is. When you move from Kotoka International Airport, you know that there is airport after airport. Even Egypt airport cannot be compared to Kotoka International Airport. Politicians make noise about. Don't look at how beautiful the airport is. Be reading the signs. There are signs all over. Be reading it, and you may see sign connecting flight. Connecting flight means people who will be traveling again. So you usually finally see immigration officers. If they have not done the boarding pass for you, once you are getting closer to the immigration officials, take your flight tickets. Get your flight ticket. Take the boarding pass they have given to you from Accra. They'll check it from the system. Take your passport. These are the 3 things they will ask for. Hold these things along. Before you meet the immigration official, you may see somebody who ask you, yeah, bring your yellow fever card. There is some place you may come and pass. They will check your yellow fever card. They will check it. So you give it to them, or this card, show it to them. Then when you see the people, okay, why are you going? Canada, blah, blah, blah. Then they will see, check it in the system. They may ask you questions. That one, your life depends on you. What I want to say at this time is that the mentality you are having whilst you are in Ghana, you need to learn a lot of things. What I want to say is that if you are calm like what? Is it you are calm like something? At this point in time, you need to be very bold. The immigration officials or the border officials, they are people who are like psychologists. To play psychology on you, to shout at you. You need to be very bold. What's your name? Bah. Where are you going? Bah. What are you going to do? Bah. If they didn't ask you something, don't say it. You need to be very bold. When they are there, there are cameras all over. There are people who are checking through the camera. They are seeing your demeanor and everything. People who may, illegality, people who are perpetuating illegality in so many aspects, they check those things. So you need to be very confident. You need to be very bold. Ask questions that you've been asked. Answer questions that you've been asked. Answer questions with clear conscience. Answer them as clear as possible. Say all those things. So if they have done the second body pass for you, they are okay with you. You ask you to go. So you can ask them. If you are a villager like me, ask them, where should I pass? Let me show you. Quickly, be checking the directions on the flight. The directions whilst you are walking, connecting flight. So be checking it. Be looking for connecting flight. It's very important. Be checking it, because some of these airports that you may be going to, you might have not been there before. You see, you might have not been there before. So it's an entirely new place. So what you can do is to be checking directions there. You can't be asking everybody, I'm going here, I'm going here, I'm going here, or they will see you some way. So use your mental faculty. That is where they tell you, if you are in Ghana, Africa, they say education is not everything. When you are traveling, you realize that at least everybody should be able to read or write. You see, then you check the connecting flight. Finally, depending on which terminal it is, if it's terminal 1, good. If it's terminal 3, good. Now, if you get to your destination and you need to do a layover, please check and see the departure in that particular country you'll be doing the transit for. Check the departure, go and be there. Some of the flights you can, your layover, that is your waiting time, can be 12 hours, can be 5 hours. When you get there, please go and check the departure before you begin to officiate and be taking pictures and be doing this. In some of the airports, you can't leave your luggage somewhere and go somewhere. It's an offense. Before you come back, border officials are there with your dogs and all those things. So please and please check it. You are traveling somewhere, check your departure and be abreast with it. Don't oversleep, even if you are going to sleep, because then maybe at this point in time you are you are already at the airport in France. It's, let me say, check the time. It's 10:16 a.m. in Canada as we speak now, and maybe the flight is 10:16 in Canada right now. Maybe the flight will be leaving at 10 p.m. Have you seen it? The flight will be leaving at 10 p.m. You want to rest more. Please don't overdo it. You get that? Now, someone is asking, what's the layover time in Egypt? The layover time is not fixed. It depends on the flight arrangement. So if you are moving from Ghana to Egypt, it's the same flight. The money you are paying is the same. So they know when the next flight, the same Egypt Air, will be ready from Egypt to Canada. They know all these things ahead of time. So they will state it that your layover time will be 3 hours, will be 5 hours. You get that? So all these things are stated down. They know. They may tell you to be 5 hours. Before you get to Egypt, already it is loading because of maybe delay of your departure time in your country or wherever. So you must have these things at the back of your mind. Know the departure for your next flight and be sure before you take your pictures and do this. People will go and be having drinking. People will go and be doing so many things. You know what exactly you are doing. So you must be very cautious, be prayerful. If you are like me, you are like somebody whose family is some way, be prayerful. At this time, be praying, because so many things happens when you are traveling. You should be very prayerful. I am not interested in if you are a Christian, you are Muslim, you are traditionalist. Pray to whatsoever you believe in. That is your business. So you should be very prayerful. You can begin to make connections. I'm telling you, if you are not doing anything to better your life, you may not understand the significance of building strong relationship. You can meet people in flight and they become good people. The flight, I think 3 of you will be one side or something. So those people, don't go and be flexing that I'm from Ghana, I'm the best person, I don't want to. No, talk with them. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. I met one guy from Senegal. No, I think Cameroon also. I met that guy. He said he was coming here. We spoke, and the next person comes from Russia. We were there. We spoke a lot. When I was moving from Ghana, that one lady was going to Egypt, another was going to China, and the next person is an Egyptian. We were there. We spoke, we chat, we talk. Those were the people from. So talk with them. You can exchange contact. Life begins from there. You can meet somebody in the flight too. Even though the person may be in an economy with you, that person can be a millionaire. You see, can be a millionaire. You can meet your destiny helper on the flight. Connect with them, talk with them. Don't overshare information. They ask you questions. I'm this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You see, the person may say, I'm a business person. Oh, how can I be very open? You see, you must be strategic. Once you are leaving Ghana, you need to be changing your mentality, because there are so many things that you get me. Now, you could also meet people who wouldn't even want to talk with you. When you come to this part of the world, you meet people, they only smile to you. When they smile, it means they are greeting you. Accept everything. Don't take anything to heart. Don't read meaning into anything. The food they may give you, if you don't like it, okay. If you like it, fine. Chop or chop. It's your own money, chop. You see, some of the flights actually have internet in them, so you can be browsing, be doing all sort of things. Now, from the country you'll be moving to Canada, you are making a transit in all the countries that I have spoken to. We get there, people will surely be in line. That is where you see the power of passport. The power, you be in line. You can be the 10th person. They'll just come and say, all those who are using Canadian passports, please come. They'll leave you be there with your you'll be there with your ECOWAS passport. They leave you. They treat those people like they are something. People who are when you get to the airport, people who are using Canadian passport, they will leave you. People who are using American passport, they will leave you. Australian passport, UK, you know these people, this passport, you don't need visa to travel. If you have a Canadian passport, you can travel to 183 countries without visa. So they treat these people like something. And when you get to some of the airports, you see how they look mean upon those of us who are from Africa. I'll make video on some of those things one day. Because we are using a ECOWAS passport. Our brothers from Nigeria, you see the way they'll be maltreating them. These border officials, they have some gadget to come and take it, to snap you picture, to be checking you as if you are a criminal. Oh my goodness, it's so bad. That day was really well for me, is that I was fortunate to be a bit fair. So they thought I'm a white, you know, those who are Egyptians, they look like me. So when we were in the line, they were maltreating, abusing Nigerians, people from Senegal, people from Cameroon, you know, those, they are darker. They are dark in complexion. The way they were abusing them, come here, take them picture, oh, do what? Oh my goodness. So bad. I now was like, oh, Africans, we are on African land, and they are maltreating us this way. Come and take your picture. Oh, come here, take your picture. They bring their big dogs. So you need to be bold and confident. So they take you through the last border routines, take you through all those things, and you board your flight. Once you board your flight, you should know the next destination will be Canada. That is what I want to bring to you. Now, tomorrow I'll make video on what will happen if you land in Canada. That one is your last destination. What will happen when you land at whichever airport you are landing at? The situation is entirely different. The questioning will be different. Documentation, the purpose of travel, the food you are bringing, everything. You see, so I'll be making video on that. I don't want this video to be so long. Tomorrow, catch me the same time. I'll take you through all those things. Let me see if there are any questions. If you have any question, drop it in there. Let me see. They enjoy. I wish before you finish, we wish before I finish, you land in Canada. It's possible, my brother. Try and come. Mr. Amable, great info. Thank you, my boss. Please, okay. So that is that. Let me see. So I put certain informations here. I think I've covered almost everything. If you have any question, you drop it. And thank you, my brother. Thank you. So I think those are the information. Now somebody sent me. I took another person's plane ticket. So let me just speak briefly about this person will be coming. Maybe this person is watching. This person is coming here. Now, so the person will actually be traveling. I won't mention your name. All relevant information will be kept private. This person will be leaving 30th August 2024. Now, this person has his or her visa already, but this person will be coming 30th August. Why? The law is that as international students, you must start school before you can work. So if you are coming way more than 1 month to your school period, the immigration officers will ask you, what are you coming to do in the country? They can return you. So if your school is in September and you have your visa now, don't leave May, don't leave June, don't even leave July. Leave in August. You can leave 1 month. When they ask you, tell them you want to come and go through registration process and all those things. That one makes sense. You see that? Good. Now, so they say departure time 23:15. That is 11:15 p.m. Accra, ACC, Kotoka Airport. 3. It means Kotoka International Airport. 3. Then they say arrival time. This one is Air France. So they write the thing both in English and in French. So you should know that when you get to Paris, you'll be making your transit in Paris. Then you get to Paris. Bonne arrivée. Comment ça va? Oh, you see that? Yeah. So that is it. They will ask you good questions. So they say arrival time 07 0740. That is 7:40 a.m. the next day. Then they say Paris CDG. Now the airport, they have what they call location numbers. So, for example, if you are coming to Pearson, you may see YYZ. Is it ITA location numbers? Every airport have these location numbers. So you see it, then arrival time. Then they'll say flights informations are here. The flight information, they are here. They say latest check-in time. You see, the time you're supposed to arrive at the airport, you're going through the processes. Latest, that is 21:15, 9:15. The flight will be leaving 11:15. But the airline is telling that by 9 p.m., 9:15 p.m., you should be at the airport and be going through the processes because it delays. Over 400 people are going to board the same flight, 300 people. You must be there on time. You see, then they say cabin economy, your seat number, blah, blah, blah is here. You see, now, some of the information, they say you can have 2 bags. Each of the bags should be 23 kg. You see, not one bag should be 46 kg each. So it means one bag should be 23. The other should also be 23. Then in Paris, you'll be leaving Paris the following day, 31st August. The time you'll be leaving Paris is 1:40 p.m. Are you seeing the time? So what is the layover time? You arrive in Paris, which time? 7:40 a.m. and you'll be leaving Paris 1:40. You see, so it means you are going to be in Paris like 6 hours. That is the layover time, 6 hours. But sometimes it may shock you by the time you get, if the flight delays in Kotoka or wherever this person will be moving from. If it delays, by the time you get to Paris, the next connecting flight will already be preparing. People will start be going through the processes to board, so you don't have any time to relax. So to be moving in Paris 1:40 p.m. they mentioned to Toronto. So from Paris you'll be moving 1:40 p.m. and you'll be landing in Toronto 15:45. So it means from Paris to even Canada is not far. So about some 3 hours or so. You see, good. So then they have Pearson International Airport Terminal 3 in Toronto. Then the flight number, all these things are here. Your luggages, all these seat number, blah blah blah. I can't mention. Talk about some of the information. So all these things are given to you once you are in Ghana. You know that. Now, some of the airlines will tell you that the total luggage allowed in the hold for a passenger, so and so reservation. No. I don't want to read some of this information. Okay, I don't. So some of them will tell you that if they prevent you from boarding the flight, it is not their problem. So when you are booking your plane ticket, please you are booking to ask of your passport number. Give me the passport number. Check it too. If you know you are somebody who may make mistake, call someone to come and check it for you. Check it, your passport number. Check your name. Some of them will ask for your date of birth. Check these things very, very, very well. Because all these things will be in the system wherever you are going, they will check it. You see. Now, so that is that. Yeah. So yeah, this person to not get money like me. You don't get money, you buy economy, you don't get money. Then you get money, you buy a business class. So guys, that is that. Now, finally, my advice to you, whoever is watching and those who can watch later, the situation in Africa doesn't allow us to develop personally. Most of us, this brain is here. Most of us want to be better. The situation doesn't allow us. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The bank statement you are using, listen, advise somebody. The bank statement you are going to use to do the visa application, if you know it is not yours, if you know it's not for your auntie, It's not for your father, your mother, anybody. You just got it from anywhere you know yourself. This person will not give you any money. When you are traveling, the border officials will ask you to prove to them that the money is there. You know what you can do? I've spoken about Visa cards. Please, this is where honesty pays. Meet somebody who will deposit money into your account for you. Tell the person, some of these things, don't go hiding information. Be very sincere to them. Go to them. Tell them, I want to travel to Canada. I don't have money. Can you please deposit money into my account? Talk about how the person can get his or her money back. Let the person deposit money into your account for you, so that when you get to Pearson Airport, when you get to Kotoka International Airport, when I was coming, the immigration officers told me categorically that the Canadian government gave information. I don't know how true is that information, that anybody who is coming and cannot prove that they have money in their account, they should not allow the person. You get that? Let the person deposit money into your account, not less than 100,000 Ghana cedis into your account. That money should be there. When you get to Kotoka and they say print it and show it to them, because the Visa cards we have spoken about can be used in any of the countries. Print it, get it there. When they ask you, go and print it and show it to them. Let the person deposit money. Somebody told me somebody deposited about 600,000 into account, just to be ready for anything. People have their experiences one after the other. Depends on what is chasing you, what is your lack, and what is you are after. When I got to Kotoka International Airport, the woman asked me, where is the money you are going to spend your living expenses? I have some bank, I show it to her, my sponsorship and my personal account. Then she said, okay, am I sure the money is there? I said, why not? These are my ATM cards. The woman just asked me to see the ATM machine, go and print the statement for me to see if the money is in. To be sincere with you, I'm not going to lie. When I was moving to the airport that day, the money in my bank account, God knows, it's only 180 Ghana cedis I have in my bank account. I'm not going to lie. So when I was moving there, how am I going to do it? There is no money. There is no money. 180 Ghana cedis. I have only $305 on me. When I was moving to the ATM machine, I told God He was not going to disappoint me. That's why I told you to be prayerful, be praying. There are so many things can happen. I was praying to God not to disappoint me. A thought of a very important person came to mind. A very important person. This person, very important. His thought came to mind. I called him and I told him what was happening. I told him to deposit 50,000 Ghana cedis into my account now. He calls me Beast. He said, Beast, what you asking me serious? I told him, if you truly want me to travel, this is the time you need to save me. He just paused for some seconds and told me, okay. But then less than 2 minutes, he dropped 75,000 into my account. If not, they would have prevented me from going. I don't know what would have happened. Get the money into your account. May God bless you. May God guide you. May God protect you. May things work for you. See you possibly tomorrow. I want to do some Q&A to allow people ask questions, because the questions keep coming. This time I'm crazily busy. I want to do Q&A and drop some link, or drop the link on the portal for people to join the link, so that we talk like the way we are. People join the link and be all over the screen. We have discussion and we do so many things. But tomorrow I will talk on the port of entry when you land in Canada, things that can happen, and how to move from the airport to the house that we have spoken about, or where we spoke about that you need to what? Keep information, get your rent, have the number and all those things. We talk about that. Wow, I'm glad. God bless you. Thank you, Katie, Catherine. Thank you, Catherine. I'm grateful. God bless you too. God bless all of you. Please share this video if you realize that the content I shared is so engaging. Share it to bless somebody. Share it for someone who will be traveling. 3 days ago, 3 days, we learned a lot of Ghanaians suffer. People were returned from the airport, the port of entry. The things that happens at the port of entry is entirely different. Share this video to bless somebody, because some people do not prepare for some of these things before they come. They send them, and it's crazy. Some people, they cancel their visas. You know how challenging it is to get visa from Africa to travel. You've gotten visa and your visa has been cancelled. So frustrating. Share this video to bless somebody. God bless you all for watching. Peace.